Hi, my name is Rhonda Buy Rice and I'm coming to you from Rhondalicious. It is finally fall and the weather is changing. Look at this beautiful pumpkin. This is something that we're going to be using as our pumpkin bowl for soup, and we're going to be putting it in the oven and baking it, and it is absolutely delicious. So the first thing you want to do is you want to pick out a very nice pumpkin, something that's nice and sturdy, just the right size. Cut that top off. Get your little carving skills going and then scoop out all of the seeds and the things that are stringy in there to where you just have your basic empty pumpkin. Now, we're going to make this pumpkin a soup bowl. So we're going to be using a vegetarian broth, and I like to have it with a little chicken flavoring to it. So what I'm going to be doing actually to change this from a vegetable broth is to add some nutritional yeast flakes, red bell pepper, some chicken styled seasonings, and some poultry seasoning. But this is something that we do use, which is absolutely fabulous. It's organic, it's lovely. Oops. So now we're going to be adding our chicken styled seasoning, nutritional yeast flakes, about a 1/4 cup of that, and a tablespoon of some poultry seasoning, and we're just going to go ahead and whisk that up just like this. And we're going to let that sit just a moment after we get it whisked. We're going to go ahead and set this aside. And the fun thing about this is everything goes right into the pumpkin. So the first thing we're going to be adding is a couple of lovely cloves of garlic in the whole form. We're going to be adding some parsley. I've got flat parsley just to set it in there. We've got some curly parsley. I like to add just a dash of dill, so we're putting everything pretty much in there in the whole form. And then we have our lovely oregano, or thyme, excuse me, this is thyme. So we're gonna let that sit in there as well. I have just a few things left, so let's just add it to the pots. Okay, the other things that we're adding to this are leeks and celery. So we'll just go ahead and put that in there as well. Boy, this is looking absolutely beautiful already. It's like, wow, is this gonna work or not? Well, I'm going to show you just how wonderful this works. One of the things I'd like to share with you about the parsley is this part of the parsley has the most flavor. So I'm just going to go ahead and just rough chop that up and go ahead and set that also in. No worries, we'll just go ahead and put this in as well. And by golly, we have quite a bunch of vegetables in here, as you can see. It's quite full. But we're missing the most important ingredient, and that would be our liquid. I've got this on a cookie sheet. We're just gonna stir that one more time. Pouring this right into the pumpkin. Now, in the real world of everything being dairy products, you'd add some Parmesan cheese. But I've got this Veggie Go, and it's a lovely Parmesan cheese. We're just gonna go ahead and sprinkle quite a bit of that in there. It actually tastes like Parmesan cheese, and it smells wonderful. And then the other thing that I'm going to add is a little bit of this Daya Swiss cheese, which will give it a little bit of that melted stringy effect. So we're gonna go ahead and add just a couple of slices of that right in on top of it. That, my friends, is pretty much it. As you can see in here, it looks like a beginning of a lovely soup. So what we do is we just go ahead and cap that right off, put our little top right back on. It's like a puzzle, got to figure out where you pulled it off at. Perfect, ta-da! That is it. This will be in the oven at 400 degrees for 1.5 to 2 hours. You just got to keep an eye on it depending on your oven. So I'll go ahead and put that in the oven and I'll show you what it looks like.